What up? What up? What up? You already know what it is. You have just entered the war zone. Now, jump right on into this. I think it's very, very important and imperative that the re-education of our nation begins. And really, we begins because, you have a newer generation of blacks and whites entering our great land here in America. And it's very, very important that people know what it is that happened here before they were here on this land. You need to understand and know your history and know when people go to war, whoever comes out basically on top gets to write the history books. That's just the way that works. It's the way it's been going. But what I am enamored with now is that we're getting to see, a lot of the rhetoric that has been putting out there as far as black people whining, black people being lazy, black people wanting to always cause havoc and trouble within the political ranks and within our civilian government. I'm glad that a lot of younger white people are starting to understand that a lot of that was rhetoric that came from a handful of men that did not like our race, period. And there was a lot of propaganda being spilled onto the masses of the white people, and they have been perpetuating this. And a lot of white people, they don't live around us, so they don't know. So therefore, there's no relationship there to where to where they'll see a black man or woman and probably be like, hey, those are some cool people. No, because the rhetoric that has been put out against the black man or woman has been hideous. It's been hideous. And this is coming from your actual government. You know what I'm saying? Most people like to believe in their government. So, the government is telling you that, stay away from these people. You know what I'm saying? Most people would believe that. And these people, I like what's going on now as far as in the higher echelons of government, because you have a large part of the citizenry government, referring to the white community, starting to wake up, starting to see that, listen, man, going over there hating on that black man, it's not putting no pennies in my pocket, not helping my family out for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? These people are causing all type of havoc up top, and they got us distracted, going up against each other. Nah. And we are now like, listen, enough's enough. I'm tired of this. We are tired of this. But I'm glad that the white people now are starting to, see what's going on. I want to play a few clips, and I want you to see what it is I'm talking about, where I'm coming from. I love it. So from the Kendrick Lamar performance, that it done values. It really set the president of the new era moving forward. We're not playing around. It really did. Foundational Black America back on top. Foundational Black America was almost broke. They tried to break Foundational Black America, tried to cast us away. Nobody believed in us. No other race believed in us, but our women believed in us, and we believed in our women for believing in us, and we kept moving forward. So shout out to all of my great granddaddies. Shout out to all my granddaddies, friends and family. We're talking about right now, my FBA family. I love you all. But let's hear this. Let's check this out, man. Let's ride. Right.
And I also want to say, for the white people out there, that
nothing, and they had to start from scratch. Just a thought. Think about it. And that line is particularly potent for many Black Americans. And it happens to be a line that I remember from my education growing up in grade school in the Bronx. And I vaguely remember what it was about. It was something that was promised enslaved people. I can't remember whether I was told it was before or after emancipation, but it had to do with the Civil War. And I've since had my memory refreshed, and it was something that the federal government promised enslaved people that they would get, and it would help them get a head start. But, as with many promises given to Native Americans, they didn't come through. And I never really equated 40 acres and a mule because it was not something that really ever touched my life. But in thinking about it this morning,
in our art form, we can express ourselves in so many different ways. Our art form is so beautiful, in which we have created. All right, and I'm so glad that the propaganda that spilled into the white community is propaganda going against the Black nation. Period. All of the subliminal rhetoric that they put into the messaging going out to the white community in their local news channels, okay, it's amazing. Because when I actually go into the white community, I've noticed this myself, okay? This is what's actually going on. So when they see a Black man or a woman, they're like, oh my goodness. Or they see the Black man, shorty ready to grab her purse. We're like, hold on, shorty, we got more money than you, shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's probably not in the bank, but shorty, we can drop it like it's high right now, shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you grab your purse for what? You know what I'm saying? But I get it because, well, I'm understanding more and more the rhetoric that has been spewed to them. The rhetoric that has been spewed to them, even by their family members on down. You know, a lot of them not knowing what's going on, but it's all good. But it is all good.
But they would give free and clear 160 acres to people, and they had mapped out a huge swath of prairie land. And it was white people who took that land, and that's how a lot of our Midwest cities came into being.
Hold on. Listen. White people took our land. I don't want to hear this. You Black people lazy and you Black people always crying and all of that. Nah, bro. You literally invaded our land. We were here hundreds of thousands of years before Christopher Columbus. We have evidence that we were here at least bare minimum 50,000 years before Christopher Columbus. Brothers and sisters, 50,000 years we have proof that we were at least bare minimum here. At least 50,000 years before Christopher Columbus arrived, and everybody seems to think Christopher Columbus came just by himself. No, Christopher Columbus had a Black general with him. You know, he was on leading another boat, but the Black general was actually leading the fleet. Okay, let's know our history. Those Blacks over there civilized the whites, and what I mean by that, I'm talking about the Moors, and I'm not saying that to get under nobody's skin. These are all facts, and this is documented. And I'm glad that the older white public, you know, because the older white public has been duped, y'all. You got to understand this. They didn't have the privy of social media to hear the objective perspective. They didn't have this. All they heard was their rhetoric from their people, and that's all they have been brainwashed with. So the older whites, they were not privy to having the messaging that they're getting to have right now coming from our black leaders. You understand what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear that, you know, we're poor and nah, you're bugging. You know, when you do your history, they invaded our land, and then not only that, and it's not just invaded like, you know, we collapsed. No, they came and played friendly with us. You know, gave our people smallpox in their blankets, killed the leaders, right? And not only that, put our people into slavery and enslaved them, and we fought to get out of slavery. We fought in the mega war that could have, you know, the world could have been took over by evil forces. We fought in that war heavy, and then we built up wealth again. Okay, they stole 19 million acres from my FBA family, 19 million. Okay, and then now you have this proof right here also. Okay.
But they would give free and clear 160 acres to people, and they had mapped out a huge swath of prairie land. And it was white people who took that land, and that's how a lot of our Midwest cities came into being. And they didn't rescind that promise. They gave 160 acres to people free and clear, and all they had to do was stake it out. And this may be apocryphal, but I seem to remember in class hearing how there was a date and they had people lining up and they set off a bell and you could just go and stake out your plot of land and it was yours and you could farm it. And that was the beginning of generational wealth for a lot of white people. A lot of these people came from Germany and Middle European countries, and they got a stake in this country. And here,
literally took the land, okay? And the Supr Bowl halftime show was so effective that it allowed white people, old and younger, to see, you know what, hold on. My government was doing this to us and had me tricked at the same time. You know what, man? Nah, these people do deserve their reparations. How is it that we gave the Asians their reparations? How is it that we gave all of these other groups their reparations and didn't give the black man their reparations in their own land? I mean, but this is what's going on.
160 acres to people free and clear, and all they had to do was stake it out. And this may be apocryphal, but I seem to remember in class hearing how there was a date and they had people lining up and they set off a bell and you could just go and stake out your plot of land and it was yours and you could farm it. And that was the beginning of generational wealth for a lot of white people. A lot of these people came from Germany and Middle European countries, and they got a stake in this country. And here we have enslaved people who were brought over against their will and finally released from bondage and promised for their servitude they would be given 40 acres and a mule, and a mule. And they got nothing. And they had to start from scratch. Just a thought. Think about that. Think about how you'd feel if...
Think about that. Now, you mean to tell me this lady has not grown up in the white supremacist society? You mean to tell me this lady has not been impacted? She has. And now that she has seen the Supr Bowl halftime performance by Kendrick Lamar, it really made her start to think, like, hold up. You know what? No. And they're still here, and they're thriving, and they took everything from this people. Everything. Their knowledge, their religion. We didn't have this religion. Took their religion, took their names, took everything. And these people are still here and thriving and partying and, just having a good, grand old time. They love each other when they see each other. No matter what, they still love each other, even though we get after one another because we are hardened warriors. And we're all stressed out. We're not playing around out here, all right? And now you got a lot of people. Come on, man. You heard that lady said they took our land, man. Talking about we crying. So when these people start to give y'all that in these comment sections, y'all invade, y'all. Y'all don't let these people come at y'all like that. All right? Imagine us, and we're coming into power. We're going to get our power back. Imagine us with the power right now equal to the white man, bro, or even a little bit to that level of the white man right now, bro. We would rule the world, bro. You know how strong and powerful we are, bro. And I'm getting it. This is why our people systematically have to be helped to be kept down, and I'm understanding that. Come on, now they took the land, bro. Don't give me that.
Our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farms. Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. Now, this is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
We're coming to get our check, and we're going to finish off the mission, Dr. King. That was 2 weeks before they took King out. All right? Again, this is what the Supr Bowl halftime performance is doing. All right, this was the most televised Supr Bowl ever, okay? Which means the most white people, you had the largest white people audience available to you ever. And Kendrick Lamar hit it straight out of the ballpark, all right? Sent the message into the people that really resonated with the people, okay? It really did. These white people, the older ones, they have been duped. You don't understand. They have been duped by a malicious government who have been feeding them nothing but false, harsh rhetoric. And if it's coming from your government, and you're coming onto the planet as a newbie, wouldn't you assume that to be the right thing to do? Come on, bro. You can't tell me this is not making a huge impact. Look at this.
And I also want to say, for the white people out there, that Supr Bowl was for the black community. That was for black people. It was to us. We need to take that and we need to learn from it, because that messaging and that symbolism was so important. We cannot let that slip away from us to learn from and do better. Kendrick Lamar gave us an assignment. Let's fucking take it, okay?
A lot of things I could say about Kendrick Lamar's halftime show, and it's the only reason that I watched the Supr Bowl, but the one thing that sticks out to me is when he said, you can rig the game, but you can't fake influence. I'm not sure a lot of people understood a lot of the things that he said, because he is, as a lot of people have said, he's a messenger. He's a lyricist, he's not an entertainer. And a lot of Americans are looking for mindless fucking entertainment. So a lot of people were bored by it. It's like the biggest thing I've seen is people saying that they were bored. Well, maybe you should fix your entertainment addiction. I don't know. He also said the 40 acres and a mule, and if you don't know what that is, you should get a history lesson. And I really love that quote, even above the revolution will be televised, because what he was...
See, what I love is once the white people start to realize what happened, seriously, and I'm talking about the newer generation, once they start to realize what happened, what I love is they're going to go out and fight for us. They're going to get out there and start marching for us on behalf of reparations. John Brown did it to kick off the Civil War, to get us released from slavery. John Brown kicked it off. He kicked it off with a few slaves and his own biological sons. Okay, went and fired off on the Confederate troops at Fort Sumter. That's how the Civil War started, straight up and down, because he did not like the whole slave trade ideology. Okay, and this is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. But these people are starting to understand, and Kendrick Lamar straight up set it off for the new generation, our new renaissance, our black renaissance.
When he said, you can rig the game, but you can't fake influence. I'm not sure a lot of people understood a lot of the things that he said, because he is, as a lot of people have said, he's a messenger. He's a lyricist, he's not an entertainer. And a lot of Americans are looking for mindless fucking entertainment. So a lot of people were bored by it. It's like the biggest thing I've seen is people saying that they were bored. Well, maybe you should fix your entertainment addiction. I don't know. He also said the 40 acres and a mule, and if you don't know what that is, you should get a history lesson. And I really love that quote, even above the revolution will be televised, because what he was getting at there, if you didn't realize, is that the game has been rigged against the black community since day one that their ancestors stepped onto this land. Even with the way that the system has been rigged, the black community has had the largest influence on our culture in this country. I especially love that in the month of February, we are talking about this, and the black community is having a renaissance. This is their renaissance. The fact that we are really talking about the influences of black culture and how many of the things that we love today stem from their genius and their creativity and the influence they have had on our society.
I didn't watch the game, but I watched the halftime show because I really like Kendrick Lamar. I have a 25 and 23-year-old daughters, right? So they've given me...
So, see how it's really impacting the white community? They're starting to really realize and understand. And guess who's going to go out there and fight for us now? It's not just going to be the black people. It will be the white people getting out there stomping for reparations for the black man and woman. Okay? This is what's going to happen. It's the inevitable. This will happen. Okay? Again, Kendrick Lamar has set off the new understanding of what we are fighting for. The mission is not over. The battle is not over. The generals, the black guards, have woken up. Okay? The black guards have came into their understanding of what it is that they must do here on the planet. Okay? Remember, we just came here to the planet. You know what I'm saying? But they're starting to understand, and this is what I love. Even the Africans. Now, you have the Africans. I love how these people, all right, so you have Afro beats, but you act like you created Afro beats. All of that is hip-hop, you know, and I'm trying to get them to understand. We changed the world through hip-hop. We changed the world through vibrational music. We changed the world through our emotional content, okay? And now look at these Africans. You can't tell me, I'm gonna play this clip of an African who is in Africa. He's seen the Kendrick Lamar show, and he's enamored by our black power, how the way the black people can move the white people, how the way the black people can just come. They know what the black man has been through, and they see us on global scales like this, moving the crowd, not dressing like the white man, not acting like the white man, acting like the way we want to act, moving the way we want to move. All of these groups outside of the FBA family are enamored by us, by you. Whether you're sitting there or listening to this and think that you are a nobody and think that you have not contributed into society, you are sadly mistaken. You being born into your skin isn't a badge of honor on this planet. Know your power. Know your power. Now, let's listen to this.
Mama's Supr Bowl Halftime show was just on another level. I've spent almost all my day today watching it repeatedly, and I got moved to a point that I feel emotional. I was even dancing the way he was doing. And I also spent day watching how people were reacting to this. And whatever got me moved so much.
This is how you heard him. He's even, I seen him dancing, and I even tried to dance like, yes. And then these people will start doing that, and then their ladies will see it, and they be like, oh wow, he got some style. I'm talking about their ladies over there, and they be like, wow, not knowing that it came from us. And then these fools will go and say they created this, they created Afro beats and all of that. Come on, bro. We gave you the whole world style. The whole world style. We are the top dogs when it comes to style, when it comes to brains, when it comes to fight. Every part of human you can think about, baby bros and sisters. We are that. Perseverers. In war, still thriving.
Mama's Supr Bowl halftime show was just on another level. I've spent almost all my day today watching it repeatedly, and I got moved to a point that I feel emotional. I was even dancing the
He spent all of his day studying the black man, the black FBA, the Black Foundational Black Man of America. He was studying all day. Okay, this is what these people do. They study us. They want to turn around and say they have not learned from us within our garb. Okay, wearing the hats the way we wear hats. We the ones started that. Wearing the clothes the way that we wear our clothes. Your style of Africa. Don't listen, bro. If you have on pants and you think you're styling and you think you're doing it better than the black FBA man, no, you're sadly mistaken, brother. You wasn't even wearing pants in Africa. Let's be real. Let's be real. You was not even wearing pants in Africa. I'm talking to the males. Wasn't wearing. So don't give me that you had caused any type of style on anything, like nothing. I don't want to hear anything out of your mouth, Busta Rhymes. You Jamaican anyway. I don't know why you're speaking on African business. You want to know why? Because you Jamaicans worship Rastafari, which is Halassi, king in Africa from Ethiopia, the king of Ethiopia. So all of you Jamaicans worship Haile Selassie, right? Yeah, which is the Rastafarian religion. Your religion is Rastafari, which you worship an African king. Okay. I'm not shooting shots. These are facts. It may feel like shots because of my tone of voice and the way I'm coming at you. But and it's gonna be like that because brothers and sisters, you're not gonna be coming at my family thinking that we're not gonna come. We didn't bother nobody. All right. I hate that when everybody see the shove and everybody see the slap but didn't see the shove. No, you shoved us, and now you're getting slapped. Okay, now you're getting slapped.
Mama's Supr Bowl halftime show was just on another level. I've spent almost all my day today watching it repeatedly, and I got moved to a point that I feel emotional. I was even dancing the way he was doing.
He said all day, repeatedly, he was watching our black FBA brother all day because he's inspired. These people that have been living on islands have had no inspiration. They've seen us. Like, yes, these people are standing up fighting. They're wearing their own afros. They're creating their own culture. How is Busta Rhymes going to say we don't have culture? Did we not create the Afro culture? People, did we not create the Afro culture? I'm just giving you one aspect. If he's going to come over here and say that the Americans do not have no culture. This is what Busta Rhymes said. He said, let's be real. No, he said they ain't got no culture over here, man. Let's be real. What? Wait. So wait. So you never seen the black fist go in the air? You never seen the black fist raised in the air high. Huh? That's culture. You ever seen a Nazi sign thrown in the air? Well, that's a German part. That's a German artifact. I'm sorry, excuse me. That's a German artifact. That's a part of German culture. Okay? That black fist that goes in the air, that's a part of FBA foundational black American culture. Okay? Okay? All right? Again, you Africans, you Jamaicans, you Puerto Ricans, you Dominicans, you sit around and you see this. You see the black man come and command the crowd of freaking millions of white people. Millions. Because they're all online. Because, you're going to get to hear the way they feel now online. It's not just what the commentator said or after a show. You get to actually hear the humans talk about how they felt after our power was displayed once again for the world to see. Very comfortable in our power also, by the way. Very, very comfortable, by the way.
Lamar's Supr Bowl halftime show was just on another level. I've spent almost all my day today watching it repeatedly, and I got moved to a point that I feel emotional. I was even dancing the way he was doing. And I also spent day watching how people were reacting to this. And whatever got me moved so much was this video that I'm uploading for you today. When I hear some white folks talking about the culture, the history of the black people, the suffering that they have endured, it melts my heart. And the white folks on this video, you've heard them talking about it. They were so happy about Kendrick's performance. But, what really angered me
is white people hate these niggas. I mean, they hate them. They hate them. They hate them more than Africans. Why they hate them more than? Because this nigga actually fights back for real. All right, this nigga fights back. There's not no one leader to a million. Nah, man, we have a whole lot of leaders standing up, getting sniped. Leaders you never even heard about because they're getting all type of flack behind the scenes, not even getting a chance to rise up because of the CIA doctrine that's in play right now, never to allow the black man to have their Messiah again after Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. This is all in documents.
It was so amazing. The message was, let me say, for example, you have a brother at home, then you go outside and you start talking about your brother. Do you think a stranger will talk good about your brother? They start from the family. So if a black guy Republican was talking bad about Kendrick Lamar, what do you think about other people's opinion? It must be negative. But majority of the people, almost 199% of the videos I watched today, they loved the performance. They got moved to a point that some people got so emotional. For example, the white folks that you see here, you've heard whatever they have said. It was so amazing. The message was well delivered, but people must always talk. They said that it was all about politics. I know, but the message was well delivered home. Kendrick did whatever he did. And some were also talking negatively about it.
Yeah, the ones that were talking negative were the actual haters, and a lot of the house Negroes that we're going to have to clear out, and we will address. We will address. Okay? How could you stand in the way of a man right now in his forward push as far as, not his push, but our push, because we're pushing on all spectrums. Okay? But Kendrick is a god on the planet stomping. Okay? along with all of his FBA players around him. Okay? And all of my FBA families out there in LA stomping. Okay? Now we got the Mexicans talking about they created the seawall. What? What? That shit got Tariq Nasheed so hot right now. He talking about now he about to make a documentary on the West Coast now for the seawalk and all of that, and the changing out of the wheels of the vehicles, you know, the Daytons and all of that. You know what I'm saying? The custom vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that need to be done too, because you know we are not gonna play around on no level. We now know the way people think. I didn't even know that. I didn't know you people were thinking like that. We always thought that you people knew that. What do you mean? We knew what you was we thought we knew what you was walking into. That this is something that we created. I mean, out of nowhere, under persecution. You know, this is craziness. You created the seawalk? Are you out your mind? The Mexicans have the nerve to say that. John Leguizamo. This guy is on a campaign attempting to really try to say that you know, the Hispanics have had great impact in this country. And really, to be honest, I mean, I don't know what the Spanish has contributed other than living off of our bags. You know, seriously. I mean, that's it. I mean, I'm going to call it like it is. You know, I don't know what you have done here other than live off of us. We have fought for you to get over here. Fought for you. All right? Fought for you, even taught you how to politically communicate with this white man. All right? Taught you how to do that. You didn't know how to do that. How did you know how to do that, Puerto Rican man? We taught you how to do that. Get up in there, and then, you know, y'all tend to create things, or accept it, or who you tend to act as if you're creating things that we have created, and we've showed you. We talking about political tricks and innovative inventions and what have you. You know, we have taught you these things, okay? And to my knowledge, you don't have a patent really that you have created. You know, I don't know a Puerto Rican invention. I don't know a Jamaican invention. I mean, I really don't, and I'm not saying that to say, you know, but if you attack my family, I have to give it to you. I have to. These are things that I never even thought about. But when you are a war general, you understand when it comes to war, you put your opponent and yourself on a board, and you actually add up and tally up the pros and the cons. You tally up the strengths and the weaknesses. And now I'm seeing that all of these ethnicities that have been attacking the FBA are basically enemies to our state. I put you on this mathematical board, and this is the results that I have come up with. Not results coming out of my ass, you know, facts, factual results that you can actually research, tangible results. Okay? This is what we got going on. This is what we got going on. But I'm going to end this live. I am going to end this live. I wanted to tap in with that. Make sure y'all like this video and subscribe. I wanted to really elaborate on what is truly going on, you know what I'm saying, in our government right now. And the invasion going on, being invaded, a silent invasion. But now it's pretty loud and clear that we are being invaded. Not only that, being invaded with our assets. Also, an attack on our assets and an assault. Attempting to say you created hip-hop. Attempting to say You created the sea walk? What? All of this is all about, this is hip hop. Wow. That's unbelievable. People were upset about Serena doing the sea walk. Oh, Serena, somebody killed your sister, a Crip killed your sister. Serena been doing the damn sea walk since I don't know how long. She's been doing the sea walk while playing tennis, doing it around no black people, just a stadium full of white people. She's sea walking. She's been doing that. This is our culture. The freaking Puerto Rican man going to say, that was John Leguizamo. He's going to say, the Mexican man going to say they created the sea walk. Are you kidding me? Yeah, man. No, we can't just, So Tariq Nasheed is right. A documentary is going to have to come out, just like microphone check. He's going to have to drop a doc on that because, we can't be allowing people to think that. We can't allow their kids to even think that. And then to have the nerves to try to challenge us. Oh, yeah, man, we're going to punch y'all right in your eye now. Now y'all getting punched straight and all in the eye now. All in the eye. Not playing no games with any of them. For real. So that's just the way it is.
It was so amazing. The message was well delivered, but people must always talk. They said that it was all about politics. I know, but the message was well delivered home. Kendrick did whatever he did. And some were also talking negatively about the Serena Williams creep walk. Like, seriously, this thing was just amazing. When they saw Serena at the performance joining Kendrick, they said that, this was planned. They want to drag Drake back. I know people must always talk about this, but we should always accept that the performance was on another level. It was late. Kendrick is a genius. K-Dot did it. He's a god. And even the symbolism, I broke it down from the last video I posted.
He said he's a god. See? He said he's a god. And the funny thing is, I said he's a god earlier, right? When you're a god on the planet, you'll understand that. You're a little god. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I didn't even listen to this whole joint right here. I didn't listen to the whole thing. Right? That part right there, I didn't hear that part right there. I really, really didn't. See, these people understand that. Hell, who started the whole Supr Bowl halftime thing? Let's talk about that. Michael Jackson. Yes, sir. 93. Michael Jackson. Nothing bigger, nothing better. Michael Jackson joint. Okay? Kendrick just came on a hip hop joint and brought it up to that level on a hip hop swing for real. He brought it up to that level for real. For straight all hip hop. For the FBA, for the foundation of Black Americans. Straight up and down. Okay? Showed the world what we are about. Again, we have to constantly show these people. We don't play around. It's not no act. You know what I'm saying? This is science. It's in our genes. It's in our DNA. The greats of the past is all in us, and they are here today. And we are woke up. We have woken up. Okay? The black gods are now woken up. The black goddesses are now up, walking around now. Now we are up now. Everybody was doing their thing, and, you know what I'm saying, partying and taking care of their families and working, you know, and doing what they got to do. But now we're up consciously now. We're vibrating on a whole nother level now. We understand that there's war going on now, for real, hard body again. The war has heated up all over the planet now also. We are the beacon of the resistance. Us. In all actuality, we control the flow of the world. Because the white man knows, once you piss us off here for real, you know, like, the whole country is probably liable to just go get burnt down. You know what I'm saying? They know that. You know, that's why police was actually created. Police was actually created to police their property, their assets that they took from us, literally. And then you have a lot of people, uneducated people on these matters that come at us saying, talking about we are whining, that we are crying, that we are lazy, which is far from the truth. That 40 acres and a mule took they had a whole homestead act, had an act to take our land there, people. Are you kidding me? So the wealth that even with that we built up, our black millionaires that were billionaires at that time, right? At that time, but would have been billionaires now, right? But their land was stolen out of the banks there, people. We talking about millions of, oh my goodness, bro, stolen. It's, you know, we fought to get out of slavery, fought. Then we get out of slavery. They didn't let us out of slavery. We fought. Then they asked us to enter the war with them because they were about to be, you know, the world could have been taken over by Hitler and the Japanese and the Soviets at the time. We enter the war, and not only enter the war, we do damage in the war. And how I know? Because I read, I did my research. Big damage. Nobody did more damage than we did. Nobody. Do your research. They promised us 40 acres and a mule to each black man and woman and their families. They did not give us that. We still fight. That bill is still on the damn Senate floor. That is not no damn myth. That was a bill that was supposed to be passed in Congress. It's still on the Congress floor right now. But since then we passed the Jewish reparations. The Jews receive reparations right now to date. To date. We give them $10 billion off the rip annually. Bam, that's just the first part. Altogether, $43 billion annually we give them in reparations. The Asian people, we give the Asians, the Japanese, we give them reparations. Right now they receive reparations. How did the damn Japanese get freaking smoked to obliteration? And how are they up and thriving like that right now? And then even coming over here, shooting their nose up. Not only that, you just saw the Japanese president just come to the United States and pose and take pictures with the American president. You know, like they up already. What about us? Like Michael Jackson said, no. Michael Jackson said they don't care about us. Tupac said, what about us? No. Tupac said, no. Tupac said they don't give a about us. No, that's what Tupac said. But I'm saying, what about us? Shit. What about us? Huh? Come on now. Nah, we got these people recognizing. They know.
Other than entertain me, give me a good experience, and then you go off and do your thing. They don't want any black or brown person to actually challenge us or cause us to think or to wonder or to ask questions or to no. And they would see doing that at a halftime show as extremely inappropriate to do because your job is to just entertain us. So anyways, I don't know if that matters. But it's just something that struck me this morning is that they're so surface level, they're so one-dimensional, that to think deeply about these things. And this is a guy who won a Pulitzer Prize for his lyrics, right? So he's obviously going to make us think. But they don't like it. It pisses them off. And just one more thing. I love all of this was happening in New Orleans. I don't know why, but that gave me a lot of satisfaction. And I nearly fell out of my seat when I saw Serena Williams. I could not believe it. I was telling my daughter, I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's Serena Williams doing the crip walk. And I was like, she dated Drake, because I'm crying.
truly understand that's really not, that's genuinely, like, outside and that, you found the new black American and you intellectual, you're like, hold up, you understand and know that you have been being tricked by the government, of course. Just to know that even the white people nowadays, okay, but what Trump is doing is Trump got not like everything that Trump's going to do with the black government. Everybody was complicit. This is what Trump is showing through Dose and Elon Musk. Everybody was complicit. We need an entity that's going to come in there and go to war with them, whether they like us as a black people or not. We still need a shakeup. And this is what's going on. Stealing this money, hold the freak up. And then putting this black, white. They're like, man, forget this. This black, white stuff, man. What about that money over here? You know what I mean? What about these millions of dollars for the education? What about this? What about that? Forget these niggas. They're like, hold on, forget these niggas now. What about that? Really? And the black gave, they put y'all in also. They wasn't even putting y'all in nasty, Austin, where Obama lived. He did that. But what I'm saying is they didn't need shelters. Then you decided to put them in shelters. But removing the black FBA man and woman out of their shelters, removing the white people out of their shelters. That's what this government was doing. This is what they was doing. We don't got time for that. We don't have any time for that. Okay? None whatsoever. But I am going to end this live. I'm going to end this live now. Let's see. Check the time. Mike Maxwell Jenkins was good. Top of the morning, War Zone and chat was good. I salute you. We vibrating great today. We're not playing around. We got a lot of money to get. We get into our bag. Bag is just flowing to us because large amounts of money flows to us easily and freely through multiple sources, plus unexpected sources on a continuous basis. Okay? And I pray that for everybody on this live and in this chat. All right? Yeah, my audio, right? I know I'm moving around. I'm moving and shaking, man. Bag just coming everywhere. The bag just keeps coming. I love you all, except for the ones I don't. Peace.